Here we are, map number 1 of this best of 3, the round of 16 Group C match number 1. Very excited for this game to kick off. As of course, spawning up here in the top right is Liquid Hero.
Okay, everything's okay. And down in the bottom left, from Team Millennium, is the aggressive Terran, 4GG.
If we take what 4GG said in that little pre-game interview, or pre-tournament interview, I suppose you could say, is that if he gets a Terran player, he'll win, no matter what. He's very confident. Terran versus Terrans got a ridiculous win record in that matchup, but there is not another single Terran player within this group.
Oh,
that's
yes!
Us.
Yeah, there it is!
That's
yeah.
me! That's you! That's you! That's me!
That's the two of us.
It's us! It's us!
Oh, wow, that was really good. I really like that. That panned out well. And of course, I don't know if the audience, wonderful audience out here, can actually hear us.
No, they can't.
I know some of them have
Maybe
earbuds
they do.
in.
Maybe they can. Can you hear us?
If you can hear us,
oh yeah. Oh, Jesus, they can.
Thank you.
Oh, we got to be careful not to play
great.
rock, paper, scissors with these guys. They can hear everything we say.
Oh my God! And the important thing about rock, paper, scissors, as you know, is information, Apollo.
It's all about
The
information.
ability to listen in and know exactly what and when and why they're going to scissors. See the probes scouting up along the top lane. Pretty typical formation from Liquid Hero. But no second gas. I'm so surprised to see the lack of second gases from all the Protosses that we've been watching in this event.
Remember, you can go over to the Facebook page, as you can see on screen, facebook.com/OGN. Oh, no, wait. That's OnGameNet. Okay, OnGameNet Global. And the live event code is there. You can't copy and paste it. You have to print screen it and then do it.
Keep in mind, just go over to facebook.com/OnGameNetGlobal. Paste it there and you have a chance to win.
All right, so
Amazon
4GG,
gift card.
no gas, 1 barracks expansion play. This is, in Europe especially, is the build to use in terms of Protoss. 4GG, Happy, Loose Front, all of them do it. They go 1 barracks command center, and they pretty much play how Terran versus Protoss used to play in Wings of Liberty. It's exactly the same.
Play that Wings of Liberty-esque style?
Yes.
I don't know how much I'm...
It's very popular at the moment in the European scene.
And I mean, it looks like Hero already has his response planned out, pulling some out of gas initially. Will he actually go straight for the Nexus? Of course he will. He's going to get it long before he even has the opportunity to get his Mothership Core. Given the fact that you actually can get that Mothership Core out, we're seeing players have to build that bunker before going for Barracks 2 and 3. And the end of Wings of Liberty was really popular to get Barracks 2 and 3, and then soon enough, Gases 1 and 2 before building the bunker. But now the fact that Zealot, Stalker, Mothership Core pressure will overrun a bunkerless Terran, players got to play a little bit more conservative.
And especially if you're going to, by the looks of it, go for a 3rd command center right away here. You're going to want to be getting that bunker down as we see the 3rd command center coming in. So 4GG.
Oh my God, what's this probe doing in the middle of the map? Because it's Hero. Probably shouldn't make a big deal about it. This is probably a probe that's hiding there. But still, what if he expands?
Maybe.
Then he'll lose.
I mean, maybe.
It's very weak play.
All right, Day9, with this 3rd command center play, that's going to go pretty much unspotted. It's very difficult to see this. The Mothership Core is never going to take a risk and go across the map at this stage. I'm not too sure if he got a sentry yet. I don't think he did, right?
He is going for the more, the typical 5-15 robo. I'm an enormous fan right now of beginning to gear up for the double forge. 7 minutes used to be kind of a more typical timing. It's getting earlier and earlier. 3 barracks, I think that's very, very wise. He needs to make sure that he doesn't potentially lose to any sort of fast blink play.
I mean, the standard usually for the follow-up after 3rd command center is an additional 2 because it really delays the factory at this point. But pumping up to 4 barracks in total is going to give him so many units. Yes, it's very good against defending against any gateway timings or anything along those lines. But it's also going to be very aggressive once he gets stim, which will be quite fast in this game, with 4 barracks on top. That's a lot of units out really fast.
Well, what he's going to try to do is he's going to try to build a good chunk of Marines, which obviously 4 barracks will do, even though it's delayed with the 3rd command center. He's going to try to force a photon overcharge if he can. This will permit him to be stronger for those 2nd round attacks. Now, interestingly, we see only 1 forge from Hero. Single forge tends to indicate that a player is looking to go for Twilight Council play.
Alright, we'll see what happens there. The Mothership Core is making its way across here. He's got to be so careful. He does have enough energy to recoil if he gets in a sticky situation. But he is going to go in and spot all these 4 barracks. It's going to be hard to tell when the barracks went down, unfortunately, because, I mean, at this point, he doesn't know if there's a 3rd command center or not. He's having a look around. He checks the gases. Okay, so he checked the gases, and now he knows there is a 3rd command center because the gases are quite late here.
Yeah.
And now what's his reaction to this? He's getting the armor upgrade first.
Well, he hasn't quite done anything yet. I mean, this is right around the time when if 4GG wanted to do some marine pressure, he would do it now. I think that's actually a really wise time to do marine pressure, too, because most of the attacks that would really threaten you are happening at 7:15, 7:30. So we're already at 8 minutes. No reason not to make a little poke if you expect him to do what most Protosses do and be like, hey, Mothership Core, I'm never building units again.
Well, Hero has an observer inside the main base. It spots the factory. It spots the additional add-ons coming down too. So the Roblox Bay has come down with a couple of gateways too. Hero is, I mean, at this point, do you even try to do anything against the 3rd command center? You can't really, surely.
There's really not a good way to exploit it other than with, you know, like a second forge or that sort of thing. We're seeing a surprisingly defensive Hero. I'm amazed to see the 2 Zealots and the extra sentry there. So this is looking very much so like the canonical defensive Protoss. Twilight Council tends to focus on Blink with only 4 gateways. The Forge is just going to chrono boost that extra attack afterwards. The good old hallucinated Oracle to both scout and maybe force a huge error.
Yeah, it didn't happen though. 4GG's kind of said, alright, well, it's not going to be real, and didn't even move his SCVs. Oh, dear me, I just shrunk. Hold on.
Wow, that, in the current context of people watching the game and you saying that, that made virtually no sense.
I'm sorry, I actually pressed the button on my chair and I shrunk down. But yeah, we do have the 1 forward straight over to the Twilight Council here. No Thermal Lance has been researched. Getting Blink down. He's just going straight over to Templar Archives here by the looks of it.
Now what I'm interested in is that there's a grand total of 7 barracks down.
That's a lot of barracks.
7 barracks. There's 2 with reactor. Knowing 4GG, he probably will not... Whoa, he's also getting a reactor on the factory. I guess he's going to be just going for Hellbat Marauder emphasis. Knowing 4GG, he does like to favor Tech Lab barracks over reactor barracks.
Well, usually he's not going to go over to Ghost, I don't think, for quite a while in this game.
He's going mass Marauder.
Yeah, he hasn't got a second engineering, but I don't think. And if he just goes straight for +2 attack, he's just going straight out super aggression in these mid stages. Going to be dropping all over the place. He's got so many units, so many barracks. He's going to try to attempt a super aggressive stage. Is Hero going to be good with this? He's just now getting Thermal Lance. Delayed it for quite a while.
So there's the step forward. I think a delay on Thermal Lance is great here. Really not a lot of damage you can do if you have a Colossus. I mean, or not really a lot of damage that the Terran can do if you have a single Colossus. Single Colossus with Force Fields is like way good. Look at that, 6 Marauders in production at a time.
That's so many units.
I mean, 4GG loves Marauders. He's one of the few Terran players who still gets way more Marauders than almost anything else. Look at this, out of the 2 reactor barracks, he's not even having them active a lot of the time.
This is a very powerful play here by 4GG. He's just going to try and overproduce his opponent. So, I mean, what's the best way the Hero to deal with a player that's powering up so hard?
Well, it's to build the unit that people are undervaluing nowadays, which is the sentry. You flood a lot of sentries. You can stim, you can isolate, you can pull back, and you end up really just delaying things like Storm, like Archons. However, that's pretty much what everyone does nowadays, just pure Archon Colossus. There's the Warp Prism coming up. Hero's going to look to get a little cheeky. Now, Hero's not screwed by any means. This is still certainly a strong way to play. But without a lot of sentries, he's not going to have the force fields he needs to appropriately deal with these gigantic bio armies.
4GG stopped SCV production a while back, by the way, so his army supply is absolutely incredible. It's 174 overall supply, but the SCV's been so low at this point compared to Hero.
Yeah, and
this is big. This is a big army he's building. Right now, we are about to have Thermal Lance and Storm finish. I mean, Storms, though, they have to land.
I mean, this is going to be a nightmare to deflect. This is why I love watching 4GG play. This is such a risky, such a ballsy play that demands intense unit control. And Hero!
My God, he just lost all the Stalkers.
Wait, what? Is Hero's mouse failing? Where's the Hero?
I don't know what just happened.
That is the slowest reaction I've ever seen Hero try to pull off. Ground units swarming, and the Vikings go to... That's done! 4GG decimates Hero. What happened, Hero?
This is just a completely one-sided game. Look at this. He builds an army, he kills his opponent. It's as simple as that. And now down goes the Nexus. There's no units here. Another Colossus falls. A perfect timing by 4GG.
That has got to be the most flawless-looking TVP we have seen at this level in just months. I was almost said years, but the game hasn't even been out years. I mean, this was just stunning. Hero completely folds in on himself. Good game.
Wow, 4GG.